How's it going, everybody? So this is a juvenile red emperor snapper, and this fish spends its night protected by a very venomous sea urchin. This is a fire urchin, and then it got dislodged from that first fire urchin protecting it, and you could tell that this fish was not happy to be out in the open without the protection of this venomous sea urchin. So what did it do? It was looking around, and minutes later it found another one. So you can tell that this urchin is lighter than the first one. It's also a little bit smaller, and the fish does a very good job snuggling in between these very, very dangerous spines. So I've actually been stung once. There is both a venom on there as well as the fact that these are very pointy, sharp spines. Now, the fish obviously gains great protection from this. I'm not sure what the urchin gains. I've actually made a separate video just about this interesting case of two animals living together at night underwater, and it's only that urchin and it's only that juvenile snapper which do that. Now, interestingly, while that was going on, this urchin was spawning, so you can see how it's emitting a large amount of sperm into the water column. So these are broadcast spawners. Now that means that they emit eggs and sperm into the seawater, and then at some point they will just randomly meet. For that to work, you need a lot of eggs and sperm, of course. Now, I've also made a separate video where I've shown that sometimes these urchins are almost mating, that they're touching, but not this one. This one was a true broadcast spawner on its own. So after the snapper found itself a new urchin, it stayed with it. You can see that here. The urchin clearly on some simple level realizes that something is going on, so the spines are moving very quickly, and the fish is doing a very good job in hiding in between. So muck diving is amazing. These kinds of encounters are what makes muck diving so attractive. Now I will show you an image and footage, of course, of the famous Bobbitt worm at the end of this video, so stick with me. But before we get there, a little bit more fish and echinoderm behavior. So you can see that the fish is, this fish is very protected. I mean, it would be very hard for any predatory fish to grab that without ending up with a lot of these dangerous spines being stuck in its body. What is this bulb in the center of the sea urchin? That's the anal sac. And yeah, this second urchin stayed in place. The first one actually moved around, and I think then the fish took off a little bit and then it lost its urchin. So very interesting symbiotic relationship. Now, what do we have here? We have a flounder, and if you look precisely, just below the eye there is a blood-filled parasite. So this is a crustacean parasite. Very interesting. Now, next, before we get to the Bobbitt worm, this is a sea hare. So this is a mollusk, and it's not a nudibranch, but it's also a gastropod mollusk. High biodiversity in the waters of the Philippines of these mollusks. What I showed you in the beginning, disappearing in the sand, is this animal. This is a Armina, which is a nudibranch, which is a predator of sea pans, of soft corals. Now, what is this? This is a highly unusual animal. This is a polycate worm, a bristle worm, and it's called the Bobbitt worm, after John Wayne Bobbitt, who had his male anatomy cut off by his angry wife, and the worm is called like that because it has these very sharp jaws and it's coming from below. So the idea is that if you swim, just in board shorts, you swim as a guy, you swim over this worm, you could have a John Wayne Bobbitt-like experience. Fortunately, that did not happen. What a interesting animal. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you again next time.